Hey guys, so it's been a while. Today we're going to talk about how did I shed my fat from the quarantine. So I gained 30 pounds on this quarantine. A lot of it is fat. I lost some muscle, and what did I do to change everything around? So to flip the whole menu around and go back to what I was. So lean and more defined muscles instead of having that. I had a problem with just belly fat, so it's still there, but I'm cutting down a lot. I can see my six pack now before I wasn't able to. So it's been a couple of months. I've been at it for 2 months nonstop. So going hard with the diet and the training and everything like that. Now, what did I do that you could do too? That's what we're going to talk about today. First thing we need to talk about is calories in, calories out. How many calories are you taking in? How many calories are you taking out? If you're taking in 3,000 calories and you have a desk job and you're only burning 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day, well, what's going to happen is you are going to be in a surplus and you're going to start gaining weight. Those calories are going to be stored as fat. You want to avoid that. If you're trying to lose weight, that's what you're trying to avoid. So either drop the calories that you're taking in every day or up the training. So up the calorie burning. Okay, so up the machine yourself. If you are, again, eating 3,000 calories, then you can burn those 3,000 calories or even more. You're going to see that every day you're going to be burning fat. So that fat is going to disappear and you're probably going to start building more muscle. So you're going to look a little bit more toned, which is what you want to do at the end of the day. So you could lose fat and not gain muscle, but that's just starving yourself. So you're not training, you're just eating really low amounts of calories every day, 1,000 calories a day, 1,500 calories a day, like at most. So again, you're not going to gain any muscle, you're just going to start losing weight. And if that's your thing, then that's your thing. If you want to tone, you want to build muscle, and you want to lose weight, so you want to get a little more cut, or for the women, you want to be a little more toned, so you want to have that little definition, that tight skin around your arms and your legs, well, that's what you want to do, is burn more calories, but so eat less calories and burn more calories by training. Now, what do I eat to burn those calories, to not get as many calories in every day, and to make it easier to burn them by exercising every day without being 2, 3, 4 hours of training a day? First is Italian dressing for my salad. This one is fat free and it's low in calories. How many calories? It's 5 calories per tablespoon. Usually I'll put like 2, 3 tablespoons into my salad. I'll mix it up and I'll eat it that way. Now, what do I do with my salad is vegetables. So as you can see, it's a big salad. I will eat this for about, it'll take me about half an hour to finish. It's cucumbers, tomatoes, lettuce. Sometimes I put spinach. I ran out of spinach. And I put chicken thighs that I cooked in the oven with only salt. I put the skin on because I can take in that calories. But if you are watching your calorie intake like to the extreme where you're only eating 2,000 calories a day, don't put the skin. So just take off the skin and only eat the meat. Okay, the chicken thigh meat, chicken breast. Don't cook it in olive oil. Don't cook it in any oil. If you let it cook by itself, it has fat in it. Let the fat do the job. For the dressing, don't put barbecue sauce, don't put anything. Again, I just put salt. It tastes good. If you let it do its thing, it will taste really good. If you start abusing it, then you're starting to play with it, and obviously your calories are going to go up. Again, it all depends on you. If you're trying to lose weight, lower the calories. If you're trying to gain weight, up the calories. Soda. I keep talking about Coke Zero, so because the calories are zero. So obviously it's not exactly zero. It could be 5. So they're allowed to round it down to zero if it's less than 5. So let's say it's 4 calories per drink. Even if I'm having only 3 of these, I'm only having 12 calories from soda a day. If you are drinking a regular soda or a whole bottle of soda a day, well, then obviously your calories are going to go up right away. I don't know exactly how much it is right now. I haven't had one in a long time, but I do know that there's a lot more calories in a regular soda than there is in the cut down soda, so the Coke Zero or whatever other zero soda you have. Next is wraps. 190 calories per wrap. Now what you want to look at is some of them are those massive wraps. These are pretty big, but they're not the super sized wraps. Your studies are going to see on the back is going to say, 200 calories for one wrap for something that is twice the size. It's not going to be one wrap. It's going to be 200 calories for half a wrap. Or they're just going to put the grams, and one wrap is 64 grams. Well, if 2 wraps are 128 grams, if one big wrap is 128 grams, well, they're going to say, okay, well, 64 grams of this big wrap is 190 calories. But in fact, it's 200 and whatever. You understand? So check the back. Just make sure that when you do read it, that you read it with the little details that are going to try to hide, because that's how they catch your eye. You can see the calories, boom, they bought you. So if you see that there's a wrap that is twice the size, 3 times the size of a regular wrap, and it's less calories, it's not true. Okay, it's too good to be true. Don't believe it. Read it again. Make sure that you actually got it right. And if you did find it, just let me know, and I'm going to go buy that one because I need something bigger than this. Now, what do I do with this is I stuff it up with pretty much the salad that I'm eating. So I'll put in the vegetables, I'll put in the spinach and everything, without the Italian dressing, obviously. I'll put in the chicken, and what I'll do is I'll put half, what is it called? Half fat mayo. So it's cut down mayo, so the less calories. So regular mayo that I get is 100 calories per tablespoon. This one is 40 calories per tablespoon. So I'll put a little squirt of that, and then I'll put in some mustard. Mustard is around 5 calories per tablespoon, so it's not much. You can go at it, put a little bit. So you can put, if you want to put 4 tablespoons, that's only 20 calories. It's not a big deal. Make it as big as possible with as many vegetables and as much lean meat as you can without adding too much sauce, and you're good to go for the next 3 to 4 or 5 hours. If you feel like you need another one, eat another one. If you're eating only 300 calories with one of them, 2 of these, 600 calories, you got all your protein, all your fiber, everything like that, like high levels of protein and fiber and vitamins and blah, blah, blah. You can have a third one or a fourth one if you want. Your calorie intake is 2,000 calories a day. This is not going to hurt you. This is going to keep you full. I can have 3 of these a day and I'll be good. Like, these are my 3 meals. But it all depends on you. How much do you eat? How much do you want to eat? Are you trying to gain more weight? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to cut down the amount of calories you're eating a day? Are you trying to up the calorie intake? Now, as you notice from all what I'm saying is all about the back. If you decide to eat something and you're not sure, take the back and read it. Can you afford eating this one? Can you find something that is less calories? There's always, that's what's great about now, is there's always an option that is for diet. So a diet option. Diet. This is not a diet, but it's okay. It all depends on what you're putting into and how you're using this. There's always ways to go around it, to enjoy eating and not eating the same broccoli, rice, and chicken all the time, which gets boring. I used to love broccoli. I ate it so much. I hate it now. I can't stand it. I keep buying it, but I don't cook it, and it ends up being a waste because I overdid it and it became boring. I don't enjoy it anymore. What I enjoy is eating like this, so I can actually have flavor in my food, and I can manipulate my food, and I can have different options every day, so different choices. Now, what happened to me during the quarantine? So as most of you know, I teach kickboxing, so I do kickboxing. I'm a coach. I do bodybuilding, you can say, without the gear and all that. So I work out at the gym. I'm all about fitness. So as long as I'm moving all the time, I'm happy. Now, I was eating 3,000, 3,500 calories a day, and I was burning it off because I was training for like 6 hours every day. What happened as soon as the quarantine hit? Well, everything closed, and I didn't notice how much I'm eating. I didn't notice that, okay, the way I was eating was good for old me, but it's not good for now me. So now me, I'm closed and I can't do anything. And pretty much fall into this little depression during the quarantine because obviously everything's closed. You're stuck at home. You can't go work. You can't do anything. And you don't think about, I'm going to go for a run. You don't think about, I'm going to go for a bike ride, blah, blah, blah. So I started gaining weight. It took me about a month and a half to just realize that, hey, something is going wrong. I'm gaining weight. I'm losing muscle. I need to kickstart the machine again. I need to start doing something. So what I did is I took 2 30-pound weights and I started just getting back into it slowly. I didn't start pushing onto it and doing like 100 curls and overhead press or whatever and all that. No. What I started doing is I started slowly building into it. So 2 sets of 20 reps of bicep curls and 200 push-ups, okay? So for some people, 200 push-ups is a lot. For some people, it's not enough. Now, I started easy, so it's not as hard as I usually go. But then slowly I started building it up. Once I got onto, once that train started rolling, then I started going with the flow. Then I decided to do cardio. So what kind of cardio did I want to do? Is I said, okay, I'm going to start running. My problem with running is right away I started having joint problems. So my knees start hurting, and it's not like I'm running and my knees are hurting and then I stop running and my knees are fine. No, it's going to keep hurting throughout the day. It's going to hurt during the night. It's going to hurt the next day, and then I'll go again running. So I'm going to be very stubborn, and I'm going to start hurting myself more and more. It doesn't work. So if something doesn't work for you and it's starting to hurt you, don't keep going. You're just going to end up injured. And if I do injure, or you do injure yourself throughout that time where you're training, well, you're going to be off for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. You never know. Don't force it. So if you feel like your knees are hurting from running, find another option. If you can take walks, go take a walk for an hour instead of running for 15 minutes and gassing out. If you can walk for 1 hour, take your dog, take your kids, take your wife, take yourself, take whoever you want, and you can go for a walk for an hour, 2 hours, as long as you want. It's always better than running for 15 minutes and then being in pain and going home. You got to burn more calories, because on the long run, you're doing more than what you're doing in 15 minutes. Yes, you're going to run at a certain intensity for 15 minutes, and then you're done. 20 minutes, half an hour. If you can do it for an hour, good for you. But again, you got to build up gradually. If 15 minutes and you're done, but you know that you can do an hour of walking, do the hour of walking. You're going to get more calories. You're going to burn more calories during that 1 hour than you will burn during those 15 minutes. A big misconception that I see is people saying, oh, I'm sweating a lot, so I'm burning a lot of calories. No, your body is just cooling down. Like right now, you can see that my skin is shining. It's hot. It's hot outside. I'm sitting. I'm burning a little bit of calories just by moving and talking. But again, I'm not burning 100 and 200 calories just from sitting here and doing a 15-minute video. I'll burn like 5, 10, 15 calories at most. But just because I'm sweating doesn't mean that I'm burning calories. Just because that the 300-pound guy that is sitting at home eating pizza and playing Fortnite is sweating doesn't mean that he's burning calories while he's sitting there and doing nothing. He's just overheating. His body's overheating and is trying to cool itself down. So it starts pouring out pretty much water. So all the water and all the salt is coming out of your body to cool you down. Now, what's important again is, I lost track a little bit. Let's go back. The training. So if you can gradually build up on the training, so don't start right away. Like I said, I did those little bit of reps, a little bit of push-ups, and then slowly I built it up. Now, if you mix the training with your diet, right away you're going to see the change. Okay, so right away you're going to see that, okay, I'm not eating 3,000 calories anymore. I cut it down to 2,000 calories a day. Do it gradually too. Okay, don't cut down right away, because you're going to feel it. The impact on your body, you're going to feel it. You're going to get a little more heavy or lightheaded, blah, blah, blah. So again, cut down gradually, 200 calories a week. That's what I usually suggest, is every week you cut down by 200 calories. So if you start at 3,000, well, it's going to take you 5 weeks to cut down to 2,000. So slowly you take your time and you're gradually going down to 2,000 calories. And then if you up your training at the same time, so every week you up your training by 20%, so you go 20% harder than last time, well, then you're going to see that there's this little change that's going on. So what's happening is you're taking in less calories, but you're burning more calories every week. And if you start doing that, then obviously you're going to start getting your results. Do you guys understand? So it's very important to you need to train if you want to burn calories. If you don't want to train, your goal is you don't want to get fit, you don't want to have good lungs, you want to smoke at home and you want to sit and you want to be skinny, but you just don't want to be fat. Or your goal is to be healthy, but you don't want to do the gym, you don't want to go to the gym, you don't like it, and you just want to cut the diet, so you want to eat less calories. Anyways, there's always an option. There's always a way to get down to whatever you want or up to whatever you want. It all depends on you and how do you do it. Yeah, give me a second. Go play with the train.
No, Paw Patrol.
So again, it all depends on you. So if you, like for me, I'm trying to gain muscle and I'm trying to lean out at the same time. A lot of people are saying, oh no, you can't gain muscle while you're in a deficit. Yes, you can. The problem is a lot of people think that, oh, I'm going to eat big and I'm going to get big. No, you have to train. You got to do it properly. Go give it to mommy. You got to do it properly and scientifically according to your body. So if you feel like eating more protein will give you more results in muscle building, then eat more protein. If you feel that protein is upsetting your body, your stomach, and you're not getting that proper push that you should have from protein that everybody has, well then cut down on your protein. It's not for you. Obviously, I'm not saying that you can't. You can live without protein, but obviously you should take in the protein. So eat the protein. But if you see that if you take in too high amounts, so that 1 gram per pound of body weight, if that's too much, well, lower it down to 0.5 grams per pound of body weight. Figure it out for yourself. Not everybody's the same. If I can eat that much protein and I can eat that much food and I'm leaning out and I'm building muscle, well, then that's my genetics and I'm lucky with that. That's great. Some people are even better than me and some people are worse. They eat a salad and they start gaining weight. Well, obviously over there, you just have to start just figuring out what works for you. This isn't something you got to figure out in a week. This will take days, weeks, months, or years. It all depends on how do you treat it and how do you analyze the whole situation. Okay. All right. That's it for today. And I'll try to get back on schedule with the videos. And peace.